Homophobic idiots love nothing more than claiming that LGBT people are confusing kids. Those poor children are so confused, and it is all the fault of LGBT people for existing. This is a very typical right-wing argument, in numerous ways. Firstly, it is completely stupid, and secondly, it relies on baseless fear-mongering about the well-being of children. Pretending that LGBT people are a threat to children is what these morons have been falsely claiming for many decades. The superficial argument changes on occasion, but the fundamental essence remains, providing something of a testament to the mind-blowing lack of conservative creativity. If you are going to come up with stupid arguments for stupid positions, can you at least make them a little more interesting for once? But what is wrong with this argument? What is it that makes claiming LGBT people confuse kids such an idiotic argument? The problem is of course the fact that the confusion was literally manufactured by the same idiots who complain about it. They desperately try to convince their kids that everyone is straight for the first 10 years of their lives. And then, when their kid naturally becomes confused upon learning that gay people exist, they act as if the gay people are the problem. They desperately cram their conception of gender down their child's throat, often for well over a decade. Then they get mad at trans people when their kid naturally learns that gender is far more complex than the rigid inherent reality that they were indoctrinated into adhering to. The conservative manufactures the confusion when they provide their child with a completely inaccurate and downright dangerous understanding of reality. And then, when their child naturally becomes confused, they blame people who had nothing to do with manufacturing that confusion. It is both laughably stupid and morally reprehensible. When you are the one who fed your child a completely misleading understanding of reality, you don't get to act like the victim when they naturally discover your dishonesty. Children only become confused by LGBT people because LGBT people fail to conform to the completely inaccurate, highly ideological, and downright immoral understanding of reality that they were indoctrinated with from a young age. I never want to hear another right-winger complain about gay people confusing their kids, when the kids are only confused because the right-wingers spent years misleading them into believing that everyone is straight. The people who complain about the confusion are the same people who propagated it. These people are vile. They use homophobia as an excuse for even more homophobia. They use transphobia as an excuse for even more transphobia. They love nothing more than indoctrinating their children, and then pretending the consequences of that indoctrination are an argument against LGBT people. These stupid, immoral conservatives disgust me, and they should disgust you too.